You're on 1 minute 26 to go. I must have finished it. Oh, here we go.
Okay, welcome along to this part 2 video of our continuation of... Can you mute yourself, Simon? So noisy. I was going to say, you're welcome along to this part 2 video of the workflow thing that we started on Monday evening on the YouTube channel. I'm pleased to say that we've got the guest finally on the screen. Hopefully, fingers crossed, wind in the right direction. You can unmute yourself now. We should be able to say hello to Simon Thayer from Three Valleys Radio. How are you doing, young man?
Good afternoon.
Again?
Afternoon.
Okay, we've got a little bit of glitching going on because of the internet.
Good afternoon.
That's better. There you go. All right, perfect stuff. So we're going to be... We've mixed the commercials. We voiced the commercials last time round. We edited them part way through. I finished editing them this morning, and I've mixed them with some audio and some sound effects and everything. And what I'm going to do is play, for the benefit of the live stream, of course, is play those jingles through, which you can hear at the same time. I know you've already heard them because you've got copies of them already, and you've had approval of the jingles. So we're already kind of 2/3 of the way there, really, which is great news. Yeah, let's just say hi to a couple of people that have jumped on the stream. Hello to Ufedo. Ufedo Michael is in the stream. Hello also to Matt Haas from All Things YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. Hi to Sammy as well from Studio Geek 32. And also hi to Dan Woodward from Cloudy Swindon. And then Simon says it will clear up by mid-afternoon to give wall-to-wall sunshine for at least 5 days. Talk to us about how things have gone for you today. I know you were doing some news and sport earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, I did the news at quarter to 10 this morning. In between getting your emails to approve, I was trying to not distract myself, so I didn't really properly get to listen to your emails until about 10:30ish. And I've spoken to already the guys involved, and they love them, and they think they're absolutely fab, especially the Glover's Cast ones, because the underlay you've used for the net, and I mean we cover horse racing as well, and you know some of that cheering and stuff that's going on, we can use that. So that's, you know, it's all had. And we're also able to help with other people's shows within the station as well.
So positive feedback all round. That's great news. Yeah, that's excellent.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Good. Okay, well, we've got a bit of lagging on the audio, so my apologies for that if anybody's watching the stream currently. I know you are. So Robert from Shalalala Productions is on the stream as well. The good thing is from your point of view, Simon, is that most of these guys are in America right now watching the stream. So what is it now? 2:05. So working 5 hours back at least for Eastern time anyway. You can tell what kind of day they're having as well. They're coming on board and watching the YouTube stream, which is great news. I'm going to head over to our the actual production now, so you can see that going out. We'll play some of those jingles as well. But really pleased that you've had some good feedback so far from the people that have got those jingles in. So let me go to my desktop, if I may. 2 seconds. This is gonna. I'm gonna
already used one of your jingles for this week's show.
Wow, that's amazing news, and that's really quick turnaround as well, so thank you for that. So I'm going to go to desktop, and you can see my vMix production, but I'm going to get that out of the way so that all you see now, hopefully on screen, is the audio production software that I use, which is Studio One Presonus version 5. So we put it in the pip. There we go. Yeah, that works. And so what I'm going to do is play through some of the jingles for the benefit of the stream. Now I've mixed them all down so you can see the editing that I've done here, some waveform manipulation. So all I've done is put a volume curve on here to dip the music so it's low enough to not kind of drown out the voiceover pieces as well, okay? And I've done that all the way along. This is the whole project from start to finish, which is cool. But I'm playing you the mixed down versions. So the mixed downs are the ones on the mixed down tracks. Let's go with mixed down 1 first of all, which is right the way down here. I'm going to unsolo that, and then solo up mixed down 1. And you should be able to hear this.
You're listening to Hilda with all your favourite music from the 90s, noughties and today.
So that was just like an ident, like a sting, if you will, as they call it in the industry. Very short and sharp, but it tells people what they do and what Hilda does. I understand that Hilda is a guy, which is fine, and far be it from me to question the fact that that is the case. And I hope that Hilda likes the jingles. Ufedo, Robert, Matt, they're all kind of talking amongst each of the community. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream, guys, and glad you're all getting along in there, which is really nice. Okay, so let's go to the second jingle, Simon, if we may. So we'll unsolo that, and we'll solo the second mix down. This is the second one.
You're listening to Sci-Thia on Three Valleys Community Radio.
Okay, again, same theme, which is great. I wanted to keep with that, so it's a bit more kind of continuity from presenter to presenter. At least when they hear a voice ident, they know which station they're listening to, and it'll become familiar as the more and more you play it. Say something. It's gone quiet. Okay, that may be the internet.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to. I thought there was a freeze at your end.
No.
I love it.
I'm just
that's the first one I've used this morning,
and hoping to get some feedback from you as we go along. So I'll play the third. Did I play the third one for you? Here we are.
You're listening to AD Hopper on your local Three Valleys community radio station.
So that's AD's jingle there, which is really cool. And let's go to mix.
That's my boss.
Oh right, okay, that's fine. Good, at least I know who that is now. That's brilliant. Adrian, I guess, is his full name, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the first one of the sports ones that you've used, and I really appreciate your feedback.
Three Valleys Radio 1 year ago today.
Oh, really? God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Ofedo says, love my community and all things YouTube, Shalala Productions, Studio Geek 32. We've got each other's backs. Yeah, thanks for that, Ofedo. What about Love Audio Production? No mention of me in there. Shocking behaviour. Awesome community for the win. Woohoo. Ufedo Michael says. Matt from All Things YouTube. That's cool. I'm feeling a bit left out. They're kind of having a conversation between them in America, and I'm just kind of on the sidelines doing a bit of audio work. But let's play this one for you. This is the first of the sports cuts. So here we go.
You're listening to the Glover's Cast on Three Valleys Radio.
And then you've got this talk over bed, so you can, talk about the sports results, etc. You've got 60 seconds there, roughly 45 to 50 seconds in between the two bits, the front and the back. So whatever you want to say, blah blah, just make sure the script fits. And if you want an extended version of that, just let me know, and I'll get a new one done for you.
I love that. It's so great for talking over as well.
Yeah, excellent. And so I've done an alternate version here with Mixdown 5. I'll play that for you now.
Glover's Cast, the podcast dedicated to Yeovil Town Football Club.
And this is a shorter bed, so just be aware it's only about a 16-second gap in between, like a donut we call it. And the cheering at the end, which I think is really cool. It works really well. So I'm glad I was able to put that in there for you. Mixdown 6 on this track here is just there. It's only a short one. This was designed purely to give you a way of kind of cementing two segments together. So, for instance, if you're going from tennis to cricket or tennis to football or football to rugby, whatever it might be, Simon, this is a way of you just generating a short, sharp snippet of identification so you can get from one point to the other. So here we go.
Glover's Cast, the podcast dedicated to Yeovil Town Football Club.
And I can supply that with you as a separate jingle for just the sports news on Three Valleys rather than the Glover's Cast thing.
That would be ideal.
Okay, leave that with me and I'll get that done for you.
Oh, just cutting it. You were just saying about speaking in between it.
No.
With regards to the news, when you change from one sport to another, some football news, then play a little piece of that, then go on to, like this morning, I just went straight from football straight into cricket. Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah, so just like a...
It also uses up another 10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah, like a separator, if you will. Yeah, okay. So that works fine. I'm just trying to deal with the stuttering email. So if I'm pausing, it's because I'm trying to listen to you, okay? So let's go with Mix 7.
You're listening to Three Valleys Community Radio.
Just a short, sharp sting. Sharp scratch, as the nurses will tell you. Right, so let's look for Mixdown 8, which is this one here.
AD's Altered Ego Show for the best of jazz funk, soul, R&B and disco every Friday at 3:30.
You know when there's a skin change in Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah. It did remind me of that when I was playing it, to be fair. So it sounds very kind of Starsky and Hutch 70s, doesn't it? Which is great because it's a soul program. So
yeah, that's the sort of music that it goes perfectly with the sort of music he plays.
Well, I did try to source. I mean, don't forget, I've got acres and acres of that kind of stuff, right? So I was searching and thinking, where's that Saturday Night Fever one? Because that's another one I want to dig out for you or for him. I've got a 70s, a Saturday night at the 70s. It's a bit kind of Bee Gees in parts as well. It's ding 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 ding. Ding, 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 like kind of Staying Alive theme. So I want to dig that out as well. But for the life of me, I couldn't find it this morning. It was driving me mad. So I managed to find that one, which is really cool. And I think that fits the bill as well. Rich Vibes from Exeter says, ooh, like the jingles. Matt says, we Americans are a chatty bunch. Haha, we love audio production as well. Thank you. Paul, your stuff is so good. So freaking good. Plus the 80s, most awesome decade ever. Well, actually, that's the 70s, but it's cool. You've got some 80s, Simon, haven't you, that we did already? We did some for you.
Yeah, I've got... you could probably play my... something along the lines of Tanya, and we're the ones to play them.
Yeah, that's absolutely... Hang on a second. Let me just bring you in on the next live. Yeah. So we did some 80s jingles for you. You've got a Saturday night 80s program that goes out on Three Valleys Radio, don't you? So what's it called?
Yeah, I do. It's... Sci-Fi is 80s Saturday night Meltdown. What's it? 80 Saturday Night. But you can't fit it all on our webpage, so it's just called Sci-Fi's Meltdown.
That's fine, and that's all you need. That's all you need. And your friend's done some great graphics for it as well, which is cool. But no, I'm glad you like those as well. Let's get back to what we were doing just now and reduce
I love them.
that. That was mixed down 8, so let's go with mixed down 9 now, wherever that is. Mixed down 9 is that channel there, and I can see that there. Here we go.
The Retro Show with A.D. Hopper for memories of the offshore stations and the best of 60s and 70s classics every Monday at 12:30.
Again, I wanted to kind of go with a bit of a nostalgic theme there with the kind of, with the 60s tambourine and stuff like that, because that then evokes memories of the kind of Beatles and the Stones and all that kind of thing as well. There are acres and acres of that again on archive that I've got, but I thought that fitted the bill quite well.
It certainly does, and I'm using it tomorrow. Actually, I'd already recorded this morning's stuff, so I thought, well, when I heard that originally this morning, I thought, but I've had to put in birthday messages this morning. I've had footballers and things of Yeovil Town, as well as sports people, have all sent in videos of themselves wishing us happy birthday today, which has been fab. So I've had to try and squeeze those in at the end of the news. It looked out of place, but they so yes, I think I messaged you earlier on today and said if Love Audio would like to do a birthday message video for Three Valleys, that would be great, because we can play that, because I was supplying us all with little bits of media, and it's Paul Webber from Love Audio, who supply Three Valleys with their whatever, and then happy birthday message. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it did. It did. And I'm just being patient because the audio's clipping and kind of chopping out. But I think that's a combination of my internet speed and your internet speed. So my apologies for anybody watching the playback if it's a bit kind of jumpy. What are you doing? Get the phone out of the way. You're on camera. Thank you. I wonder what that was. It really went red there for a second. But no, my apologies, as I say, again, for the upload-download speed. It's just quite slow at the moment. So, but we'll crack on and finish these up. We're nearly done now. So over to the pip once more, and I'll reduce that so we can actually see the desktop. So here we go. So that was mixed down number 9, did I say? Pretty sure.
I think so.
Which is this one, I think.
The Retro Show with A.D. Hopper for memories of the offshore stations and the best of 60s and 70s classics every Monday at 12:30.
Yeah, so really nostalgic stuff. Mix Down 10 is a short, sharp jingle just here. Here we go.
You're listening to Hilda's Hits on your local Three Valleys community radio station.
And that's what we call in the industry, Simon. That's what we call a transition. So it goes from.
My pen is here. I am writing.
You're writing stuff down. That's good. Yeah, it's called a transition. So it goes from fast to slow. If I play that for you again, you'll get the idea.
You're listening to Hilda's Hits on your local Three Valleys community radio station.
So
I can hear the music.
Yeah,
slowly reducing speed.
Yeah, the idea of that is that she can go from a fast song to a slow song, and that helps as a transition between those two. Like, say she was going from Let's Groove from Earth, Wind and Fire down to Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. That would be a great junction to put that jingle in. So you kind of go from a mid-tempo song down to a slow-tempo song, and that transition really helps. Yeah,
in between songs, it's a great idea.
Okay.
And it is one of the problems I sometimes have, especially when you get dedication and you try and put the dedications together, and you're thinking, how am I going to put these two? I've got Marillion and Cyndi Lauper, for example.
Yeah.
And you think, how together? So when you've got a transition, you're able to do that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, well, look, we're almost done here, so let me just, I think we're able to play this. Give me 2 seconds, unmute the event. So this is the final of 11 jingles that we've done, and this is just the sports talkover bed.
I'm going to use this in the news pool. When I do the sports news after the main news,
Yep.
I'm going to play that underneath my my sports report.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, and it's long enough as well. I think it's about maybe a minute and a half, perhaps.
But then, like you said to me on the phone earlier, that you can, effectively sit and join the two bits together, because it in a similar way that we were talking about the top of the pop scene to putting stuff over, no matter where you record and start it, because it doesn't mess up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and let me just stop that a second because it's obviously interfering with the audio. Yeah, it does make sense. You can extend it if you wish, and also that one particularly fades. Having said that, we can use the end of the other sports bed. Not that one. Sorry, beg your pardon. It's probably this one here. We could do a short.
I like that.
Yeah, we could do a cut down version of that. So you play that between two bits of sport, for instance, if that helps. So just a short sting.
Yes.
So you get the beginning of the jingle, which is here, but it cuts into this. So it's less than 3 seconds, but it just helps you break up the programming.
With the mission fast to slow, do you do one slow to fast as well?
I can find a
you
slow.
working on that?
In fact, okay, well, you're testing me now. So okay, does it have to be with Hilda?
No.
Okay. So let's literally live. Can you still see my desktop? No, you can't. Hang on, my fault.
No, I can just see me and you.
Yep, that's all right.
Unfortunately,
no, it's not a problem.
More the unfortunately on me.
Well, no, you're absolutely fine. So we're going to import a file, and there's plenty on here. Let me just find the one that I did the slow to fast, or fast to slow rather. I think there should be one close by as well. Hang on. You can probably see this, can't you, as we're going along? Fast to fast.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, that's too fast, I think. Hang on, have a listen to this. Yeah, that's too fast. Hang on. Where's my slow to fast? Or fast to slow, rather, I should say. Fast to slow, melodic. This is the one I used earlier. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you want slow to fast, have a listen to this one.
Ideal.
It's a bit dramatic, but it does go slow to fast. So play it again for you. He says, hang on. Let's try again. I've probably got some better examples of slow to fast somewhere, but like without me. Listen to this one. Hang on. No, that's not it.
They're all good so far.
Do you guys have a jazz program?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
I mean, we're discussing folk, but I think we were sort of talking earlier when you're creating radiodramas, you've almost got to create them for the masses, whereas maybe just is ideal for the few, isn't it?
Yeah, no, and what you're looking to do is create programming that appeals to the mass audiences, because that's your core audience, is what you want to build up and build up. Because then once you've done that, you can then monetize the radio station by, getting 50% of your revenue as advertising, and that's what community radio in the UK is allowed to do. So it's all about building that audience up, isn't it? To to get. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to refresh the chat here a sec. Let's have a look. Live chat. Okay. So we've got 6 people on the stream. So thank you very much indeed for joining us. That's Dan, Ufedo, Matthew. Let's have a look here. Sammy, Robert, Rich, yourself, and myself. So yeah, cool.
We've got people all over the world.
We have, and it's really nice of people to join us, because I wasn't meant to be going live, as you know, until Monday night. But we thought we'd do a follow-up and do the part 2, because you've heard the jingles and you've obviously given that fantastic feedback, which is brilliant. But yeah, I've got tons of these backing tracks, and they're all copyright free, by the way, because I own the license for them, so it's absolutely fine. And nobody's gonna. And by the way, if you want like talk over beds and stuff like that, here's a like really nice one that I want to play you. It's only 30 seconds, but I think it fits the kind of daytime programming. So.
Come on down, the price is right.
Yeah, it's a bit cheesy, it's a bit old fashioned, but I think it's a nice voiceover bed if you need anything like that. The other things I've got are really short.
I'm trying to trade.
That's a good one, by the way. That's a really good kind of.
Yeah, I think I've had some of those bits before.
Yeah, like a transition jingle.
That one. I'm trying to make something that goes on to my at the beginning of the news.
Oh, right. Well, that's a news jingle. So hang on.
Like that.
Yeah, I've got a different library that I use for that. Give me 2 secs. Hang on. Can you still see my screen? I guess you can.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Okay. I just wanted to check. So music folder. Where are we? So let's go to. Sorry. Music.
It looks like I'm not looking at your camera. It's because I'm.
No, it's fine.
I'm looking at my phone, so I can watch what you're doing.
You're not even on screen at the moment, anyway, Simon. I'm just demonstrating the audio. So
no.
But this is a class act news bed. So
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That kind of ideal.
Thing. I mean, the one I think I may have sent you this already. I'm not sure if I have, but this is called Daytime Newspapers. Bit repetitive.
I did prefer the previous one.
Yeah, that's just that sting.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost what they call a return to programming bumper. They call it in the trade.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Just before I then go. Center.
Sorry, mate, you dropped out there. I beg your pardon. What did you say?
If you are able to email that little clip over, it will go right before I say, "Hello, this is Simon." Before it, because the one we're using at the moment is terrible, if I'm brutally honest.
Did I give it to you?
No, you haven't given me.
Okay.
We haven't even discussed my news really.
So I'm looking at class action.
I thought I'd throw in.
Class act news. There's another news sting here. There's another one here. But that's more like a TV show, isn't it? It's more like a Ellen DeGeneres. You can hear the cheering in the background as somebody walks down the stairs.
Entertainment news.
Yeah, exactly. But these are all quite old-fashioned, so I don't want to send you everything because it'll all sound the same. This is News Down Under. That goes on for a minute and a half, so let's not send you that. What about news?
I think that first one you did, I know it's only 2 or 3 seconds long.
Yeah.
But that's more adequate.
Okay, here's one for you. This is news intro, top of hour. I like that because it comes...
Oh no, I prefer that one.
Really?
Hello, this is Scythe in the Three Valleys News Centre.
So, news intro, top of hour.
I like that, Paul.
TOH. Okay, no problem. Well, I'll send you both anyway. You can always play around with them, can't you? News string. Let's have a
It'll be in the news tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, hang on. No. Themes. Love these. Oh, that's so good. So good. These are various cut downs of the same thing. Hear that?
Yeah.
Wow. That's called a rolling news bed. So
yeah,
you build up to that bit, and then it just.
You could almost. I could almost say at the beginning of that, at the end of that, the Three Valley Community News Centre.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what the trail is for. Yeah. So let me write down that.
You could speak over that really easily.
Yeah. I could play for hours. I've got thousands of these, so.
I know, and you enjoy doing it as well, though.
Of course I do. You know, I'm a complete jingle
and
geek.
You can tell.
Yeah, I'm a complete and utter jingle geek. So, it goes without saying. I'm going to close that down, and we can return to our original screen. There we go. But listen, thanks so much for joining me. I said that we were going to be kind of 20 minutes or so, but glad you enjoyed the jingles we sent over.
Well, absolutely, love them.
And much appreciated. And thanks to everybody for joining the live stream. I'm going live every day in August anyway as part of the Live Streaming Pros Leader Challenge. So once I've finished this interview with you, Simon, I'm going live in their own private Facebook group. So I've got to find out what today's challenge is and dive into that fairly soon, along with 500 other people. So it's all fun and games.
You've just sent me a link.
I can't because it's a private group, mate. Sorry.
Oh right, okay.
I can send you a link to join. But it's
yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I know when I'm not wanted.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Simon, I want to thank you very much for your business. Much appreciated, and glad that your colleagues are enjoying the jingles. Okay.
Absolutely. You brightened up our days at the radio station using somebody else. And as much as I love the American voices, it didn't really work on an English radio station.
Oh, that's interesting to hear. Yeah. So you had some done overseas, did you? Before now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very even the sports zone is introduced by an American female. Got a great voice, been perfect for an American radio station.
Sure.
But in my opinion, I don't think it works on an English radio station.
Well, yeah. I
own opinions.
As you know, I've got American jingles which I've had made, like this one, for instance.
Passionate about production.
So, you know, I don't mind the American voiceovers and the American singing and stuff like
No,
that.
no, I like them.
I think they do it far better than we do here in the UK. Having said that, if you're an English community radio station, you want to have the voiceover, I guess, like myself, voicing things like that, like the news and different people's programs and intros and things like that, so that it fits the country, you know, rather than having a foreigner come in and say, hey, you know, welcome to Three Valleys Radio, it's Simon Thayer.
Yeah, that's exactly how it sounded.
But, you know, each to their own, and some English commercial stations use American voices, and sometimes it sounds great, and other times it jars. It's just the way it is. But
Yeah.
you know,
Anyway, well, I appreciate you having me on again. I think it's been also a great learning curve for myself, so I found it exceptionally useful.
that's good of you to say so. I'm really glad that we managed to get some kind of audio and video synced up this time, because we had an awful problems getting you on screen last time, but we seem to have managed to iron out the tech, so that's good.
Well, we know what to do for next time now, don't we?
Yeah, I'm going to save this as a separate preset so I don't lose it. Always save. That's a golden rule. It's a golden tip. If you want a tip anywhere along the line, save, save, save. Every time.
And click your fingers.
And click your fingers if you want to know where that edit point is in the WAV file. Yeah.
I've already been using that already this week.
That's brilliant. Simon, thanks for joining me. Take care.
And you, mate. Bye
All the
bye.
best. Bye. There he goes. That's Simon Thayer from Three Valleys Radio. Thanks very much for joining me on today's stream. And I'm going to close it right there. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's part 2 of that particular stream. Really enjoyed that. And look forward to hearing your comments. If you have any questions, if you have a topic that you'd like me to cover in a future live stream, then obviously drop that in the comments as well. And look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks very much indeed. Bye for now.